In this video, I'm going to take you through some different ways that you can connect your guitar to your Mac and GarageBand. By far the easiest way to record your guitar in GarageBand is to position your Mac's built-in microphone, assuming it has one, not all models do, in front of an amplifier, hit record, and start rocking out. These results won't be great, however, and only really good for rough demos, really. You absolutely can put an external microphone in front of your amplifier, hit record, and get much, much better results. But in this video, I'm going to focus on some different gear that allows you to connect your guitar to your Mac and record your signal directly to GarageBand. The cheapest way that I could find to DI or directly input your guitar to a Mac is one of these 1/4" jack to USB cables. I got this one a few years ago for around £6 on Amazon, but you can find better quality examples of them from other brands and sellers. It's dead easy to use as well. Just plug one end into your guitar, the other end into your Mac, and provided you already have GarageBand open already, it will automatically recognise it as an input. The big issue with super budget cables like this and other jack cable to USB gizmos is latency. Latency is essentially the length of time between when you play a note on your instrument and it registering inside your recording software, in this case GarageBand. There's no way to change the settings of this either on the hardware itself or inside GarageBand, so bear that latency issue in mind if you plan on getting a cable that's as cheap as the one I have here. Not only do these cables have big issues with latency, they're also very susceptible to interference. When I plug this cable in, it seems to be making some kind of strange, garbled audio nonsense noise, and it kind of makes the whole thing pretty much unusable, to be honest. The next step up from that is something like this. Small portable interfaces like this one have become incredibly popular in recent years, particularly with those using iPads and iPhones. Now that's not to say super portable interfaces aren't suited to Mac users as well. In fact, if you want to keep things as straightforward as possible and you're only looking to attach a single instrument at a time, they make a great budget alternative to a fully fledged audio interface. I'm using an iRig HDX from IK Multimedia here, and setting it up with my Mac is really easy. The iRig HDX has a 1/4" jack input on the bottom where I can connect my guitar. It has a USB-C output on the top that I can use to connect it to my Mac, and just like with the dodgy USB guitar cable we looked at earlier, GarageBand will automatically detect it if it's already open. The iRig HDX also has its own headphone output, so I can just attach a pair of headphones directly onto it to monitor what I'm playing. This model in particular has an auto gain feature, so I don't even need to manually set my levels really, I can just plug it in and begin recording immediately. IK Multimedia also make a cheaper model of the iRig HD that lacks some of the bells and whistles of this model, but is just as convenient. Other companies also have similar products, like Apogee for example, and their Jam series, so there is plenty of choice out there for you. In any case, the sound quality is light years ahead of anything you'll get with one of those cheaper USB to jack cables. Finally, the pro way, but also potentially more expensive way to DI your guitars into GarageBand is with an audio interface. If you want the best possible quality recording of your guitar, or any instrument for that matter, then using an audio interface is the way to go. From cheaper single input interfaces to professional grade rack mounted units with dozens of input and output options, there's definitely a lot of choice when it comes to choosing an audio interface. I have the 4th generation Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 interface here, which runs for around $200 or £170 new, but other popular interfaces like the Audient Evo 4, Arturia Mini Fuse, or M Audio M Track Solo are great and slightly more affordable options too. USB audio interfaces like these are really straightforward to use actually. Connect the interface to your Mac using its supplied USB cable, and again, provided it's open, GarageBand will once again automatically recognise that an external audio interface has been connected. Connect your guitar to one of your interface's inputs, assign that input to the track you want to record to, and you're off to the races. I go into more detail on how to set up an audio interface with GarageBand on a Mac in this video here, so go and give that a watch next if you want a more in-depth explanation of how all this stuff works. And here's an idea of how guitar audio recorded through an audio interface sounds. Let me know how you record your guitars in GarageBand for Mac down in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, give that like button a good hard slap on your way past. I really appreciate it and it helps more people see this video. If you like the idea of a super portable interface and want to find out more about the iRig HDX featured in this video, watch this video next, or watch the one next to it for more info on using an audio interface with your Mac and GarageBand.